public. The Kempton home remains a work in progress as owner Sean Clements prepares to open it for tours. We covered the home last May, but now Renetta Dubos takes us back inside to see how he's put his time and money into preserving history for his community.
This is the original staircase.
It's been more than 8 months since Barack Obama had his own tour of this home in Kempton, built around 1880 by William Riley Dunham, an ancestor on the president's mother's side. Now, the owner, Sean Clements, who is completing work on the home, has decided to open its doors.
Right now, we're looking at non-for-profit, that we can allow people to come in and tour the house, and that's what we're going to consider. But one way or another, we will open the house up to the public.
Clements researched back 3 generations of Dunhams. The home stayed in the family until 30 years ago. After Obama's trip just before the Indiana primary, the house received national attention from people wanting to visit. A photo of the president even ended up in this Time Life book. Clements says the huge attraction is making him work harder.
Dealing with business leaders and other corporations and trying to get involved and get on board to push the process along a little quicker because of what's happened with him. All the floors are original.
Clements says most of the work people can't see is already done, and all that's left are the finishing touches.
Crown molding, chandeliers, finishing floors, lighting, all of those types of things have been key. We're getting to that point where the things that people like to see, you know, the pretty stuff.
Clements hopes Obama will be the main draw to the house, but wants onlookers to see the historical silver lining.
Before he was even around, there was a certain path that his family took to get him to where he is today. The doctors who lived here, the school teachers who lived here, the guy that built the house was a Democrat in the Indiana General Assembly representing this county and Hamilton County.
Clements says tours can begin as soon as this spring and April, and he still believes Michelle Obama will follow through and bring Malia and Sasha back to the home to learn more about their ancestors. Well, the Family Sports Center of West
Kempton in Tipton County may serve as a living tribute to his ancestors. 24-hour News 8's Jim Shella is here with more on the efforts to preserve the Dunham house. Jim?
Mike, the president's mother, Ann Dunham, was born and raised in Kansas, but her grandfather moved there from Indiana. And a historic preservationist is now at work reconstructing some of the Obama family history here.
This was 2 bedrooms at one time.
Sean Clements loves showing off the Dunham house, a 19th century farmhouse that he purchased in 2004 with the idea of preserving it so that he could live here. When a neighbor told him to research the home's ownership, he got a big surprise. This is a copy of a land grant that shows the property was settled by Jacob Dunham in 1840. Jacob Dunham is Barack Obama's great-great-great-great-grandfather. He is one of 11 Obama ancestors buried here at the Kempton Cemetery. And when word of the research got back to Barack Obama, he came to a potluck dinner at the home just days before the 2008 May primary election. Clements later got tickets to the Obama inauguration and to an inaugural ball.
This stopped being my house a while back.
Now, with White House photos hanging on the wall, the preservation project has taken on new meaning and focus. Clements is seeking contributions and partners for what he hopes will become a nonprofit foundation. He supported Obama in 2008, but says this is not about politics.
You know, I do historic preservation. It's about history for me. If it would have been anybody else's house, you have that obligation as a preservationist to restore it, whether it was George Bush's house or Hillary Clinton's house.
1969 was the last time that it was occupied.
By a Dunham.
Tours are already available. The Dunham house was actually built by Barack Obama's great-uncle Riley Dunham, who was also a politician. He served in the Indiana General Assembly. And Barack Obama is not the first president to visit the house. That was Grover Cleveland.
Senators hit the airwaves after their
ago, and someone else not so long ago as well. It's all near State Road 28 and US 31 in the Tipton County community of Kempton. Our Night Beat reporter David McAnally on the crossroads of history.
The sun sets on the past here, but down the road,
Circa 1880. It's a typical Indiana Victorian farmhouse.
With a not so typical story. If home
These floors
is where the heart is,
this is red pine.
Then this home
These are the original pocket doors.
houses the heart of history.
This was the back porch.
But Sean Clements' house in Tipton County has a front porch view of the past and future.
Here's the copy of the original land grant.
Signed by President
Zachary Taylor, 1849.
This land, once held by the Miami tribe, then sold to pioneers.
They bought 120 acres for $250.
They, the Dunhams. And 170 years later,
The wind was really bad. It was about 50-mile-an-hour winds.
May 3rd, 2008,
He just said, hey, man, how's it going?
Barack Obama, right before the Indiana primary,
The girls were with him. His wife was with them.
It was a place for the future president to show off his roots. Believe it or not, his Hoosier roots.
with media in tow.
And he said, you know, can we go to the other side of the house? I'm not here for that today. I want to know about my family.
His mother's family, the Dunhams.
His fourth great grandparents, Jacob and Catherine Dunham, originally were the original settlers of this land in 1849. This is the original china cabinet.
In the house built by the president's great uncle, William Riley Dunham.
Not many homes have these photos on the refrigerator.
Historic preservationist Sean Clements bought the Dunham place in Kempton 4 years ago to restore it, not knowing all of its history until he Googled the Dunhams, finding the Obama connection. The president's great-great-grandfather would move to Kansas, where Obama's mother was born. Still,
these were the same Dunhams that raised him and sent him through school and gave him the same ethics and background that they had. He's even said it, the Dunhams were the most influential people in his life.
Those Dunham ancestors rest here, while down the road, Clements works to revive their work. David McAnally, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Peyton Manning.